Good morning, Dan and Amy. We're coming to you live from RJW Group in Lockport, part of our AM 560 Signature Bank Business Tour. And
Quiet down, everybody.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Really.
Keep it down. Trying to conduct some
Respectable
business here.
business.
Yeah.
Come on.
RJW, Transportation Logistics Company. We're pleased to be joined by the president and CEO of RJW. He is Kevin Williamson, not Kevin Williamson of National Review. Different
Yes,
Kevin Williamson.
different Kevin Williamson.
Kevin
but
Williamson.
you two are cut from the same cloth. You're both from Wheaton. You're both good people, maybe?
I don't know.
Well, did you play basketball?
Jury's still out
Kevin?
on Williamson.
I attempted to play.
See?
But
did you?
Not too well.
Wheaton Christian. Yeah,
Yep.
he's Wheaton Christian. Not St. Mike's, not Bennett Academy. So we got a little bit of a Catholic Christian tension here, Catholic evangelical tension here.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is
my daughters go to Catholic, so
oh, very good.
Oh, there you
See,
go.
it's
So
just
you
saw the
redeemed
light.
yourself.
Yeah.
Providence and Loyola.
Oh,
there
very
we
nice.
go.
Oh,
Hello, Tiffany. Hello, Taylor.
There
Hi,
you go.
Hello,
Tiffany
Tara.
Taylor.
Tara, my wife. Love you.
very so Providence. So well, that's good. All right. Well, so he's been brought back.
See, yes.
All right, very good.
There's
Well,
redemption in this Holy Week.
congratulations. You
Thank you.
now have the opportunity to go to heaven. No, this is, of course, an interfaith group here, of
Yes,
course.
of
Well, Kevin, thanks so much for hosting us. This is really an incredible space, and I know this is just one of a few incredible spaces you have around the Chicago metropolitan area. Your transportation logistics business is booming. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so we've got 4 different spaces in the Chicago market, just over 1.2 million square feet. And really the bulk of our growth has come recently when we added our retail services division. And what that is basically we have multiple suppliers that we bring in their goods into our warehouse, honeys, Slim Fast, chips, olive oils, every category, and all the big box retailers.
So what do you do once the product arrives here at
I could use
this
some of that
location?
Slim Fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get ready
Our-
for
Take out, yeah.
Dominican.
Yeah.
Our biggest people that we supply are Walmart. That's about half of the suppliers that we supply to, but we also supply to 50 other retailers that order on demand for us. So we get a copy of the order from Walmart. We verify those copies with our customers, and we make it easy for the customers to increase their fill rates to make sure that they have goods on the store, so that when the people go to the stores, they have the goods to purchase.
And I mean the number of the amount of, I guess, square footage you have in Chicago Metro says something about Chicago as the Midwestern transportation hub. It makes sense to be here for a big logistics concern.
Absolutely. We're servicing 42 DCs across the country every week, 420 truckloads a week to Walmart alone, and we get those all the way to California, down to Florida, and everywhere. And Chicago is centrally located where we can bring things in internationally and domestically. As long as we have the inventory, we fill the shelves, and customers don't have to worry about any types of fill rates or fines from deliveries that those big box retailers implement on them.
Really? So with RJW Group, you literally can move anything, anywhere throughout the country.
Throughout the world.
Throughout the world.
Yes.
And so tell us a little bit, because we were talking offline about the growth trajectory of your business and what's driving it.
Well, I took over about 7 years ago, and we took revenues from $27 million to well over $100 million today.
Wow.
Our growth is fantastic because of the technology that we have and the way that we can service the big box retailers for our clients, where they don't have to worry about supply chain whatsoever. They worry about marketing and getting their brands out there for the customers to find out about them.
And you have an employee hiring surge going on right now. How many people are you looking for?
Again, 7 years, and we went from 40 employees to over 450. We're currently looking for over 60 employees, both lower level supervisors, managers, and we're always hiring. So that's something that we've got to continue to do as we grow and as we expand. We expect to add on another 1 million square feet in 2018.
Is that going to be in Illinois as well, or?
That's the big question. We've got invited out to Indiana, into the northwest Indiana area, and they send us some great proposals. They're really going after us. That's an additional 400 jobs that I can bring to Illinois, Wisconsin, or Indiana.
Well, and so, I mean, I think this is interesting for people to understand the calculations that an executive makes in terms of an expansion decision and location of that expansion. So, whatever insight you can provide in terms of how you're thinking about that important decision.
Well, tax benefit for sure. You know, in this building alone, we're paying over $1 square feet in taxes. That's $600,000 a year, $50,000 a month. In Indiana,
What is the
not so
number?
much. Workers' comp, you know, almost double. And there are workforce in Northwest Indiana. The money I save on taxes, I can give to my employees.
Well, how much do you think you could save on taxes if you built your next warehouse in Indiana as opposed to Illinois?
Minimum 600,000 a year.
Oh.
Minimum.
I mean, that's like it's almost a no-brainer. I mean,
Yep.
unless you're that devoted and loyal to the state of Illinois, or do you think you can find better workforce?
Well, I
here,
think the
or-
workforce. You know, we did some studies on populations around that, and the workforce is there. A lot of Northwest Indianers are coming across the border to work in Illinois. If I can entice them to stay in Indiana and redevelop places like Gary, Indiana, and bring jobs to Gary, Indiana,
That would be.
I mean, it would be the next Detroit story.
Is
Yeah.
anybody in Illinois trying to keep you here or wanting
Not
to
s-
have you expand your business here?
not
Anyone knocking
whatsoever.
on your door?
Nope.
Nope.
Yeah.
No courting.
We've been flying under the radar, which I like up until this.
Yeah, right.
They're watching you now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
So-
we treat people like you as people with the ability to pay in Illinois. That's how we look at employers. So, which is why we have fewer and fewer of them.
Yep.
Well, the other thing that's happening too, I mean, thinking about Northwest Indiana, is the number of people who've left places like Will County to go to Indiana too. So the workforce that was a Chicago workforce now is partly an Indiana workforce.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're looking to expand, and we're going to continue to expand. We don't anticipate to slow down. The growth that we have and the trajectories that we have and the proposals and contracts that are coming in are incredible. So we are. I mean, this building alone, 500,000 square feet, we filled within 6 months.
Let's
So,
talk about the search for filling that many jobs and what the response is as you are out looking for qualified candidates, because you know we hear 4.5% unemployment rate nationally, a little bit higher than that in Illinois. Don't really know what that number means anymore, and I just wonder what kind of response you're getting for the openings that you have.
We're continuing to learn on how to recruit at that level. We've partnered with a couple different agencies to help us out as we learn to recruit on this type of growth that we've seen. This last year alone, we probably grew over 40% and hired over 150 employees. This year, I mean, sky's the limit. 150, 200 people we
It's
have to hire.
crazy because just as we're talking, I'm getting text message. I want to be one of his supervisors. I have experience in this, so I'm
Yeah.
very give you a very
Absolutely.
good man's name after
Signed
this.
Amy Jacobs.
No,
I'll get an email out by the end of the show on where to send your resumes.
yeah,
to.
that's what I was
Great.
going to ask you. Can you share it with us now? Because I know people are listening.
Gonna have to talk to HR.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
Rapid growth. I'm not
Yeah.
in every department.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. It's a downtown problem, but managing that kind of growth is a challenge, I suspect.
yeah, I mean it is challenging, but I think with the technology that we developed at the front of this program, the scalability for us to grow at massive proportions is easy. I just need the labor.
This is a family business, right?
Yes, I took over from my father, who retired 7 years ago, and he's down in Fort Myers. Hello, Dad.
Hi,
Mom.
Dad.
I wish I was down.
Oh, we wish, yeah.
Um,
Sorry.
So the inflection point. So this has been a going concern for a long time, but then the explosive growth in the last half a dozen years. What kind of another one of these business stories. Here's the big decision we made that opened the door to explosive growth. What was it? for you?
Sales, and actually giving things a shot. So if I look to invest in another company within my company, I look how much is it going to cost and what's my ROI. Good example is our co-packing division, which I started in 2016. Zero revenue to over $3 million in just that short amount of time. It also gave a solution to the customers that are in our building so that we can do repacks, create end-store displays that are called PDQs, I'm sorry, and just the notion to give it a shot and try something new and reinvent yourself on a consistent basis, embrace change is super important, and hiring smarter people around you to make up for your deficiencies. So I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but we've got an awesome team.
Wow. And I know a lot of people now that want to join your team.
Yeah, and
That's good.
Amy's too shy to ask, but is it okay if she drives the forklift around the back?
No.
Okay,
Or
right.
the golf cart.
It's
It's really an impressive space. I walked back there, it took my breath away because
it'd be different if this wasn't a litigation hellhole and the
Right.
workers' comp costs were
Yes,
structured a little bit
exactly.
differently, Amy. So
You need
I
some-
apologize. I understand, Kevin.
You have to get certified.
Absolutely. Sure. Well, you got
I just have
got
CDL.
time.
Yeah.
you got I mean, you have some kind of some in-house training that you could take.
Yeah, that's where I'm going to be the next hour. I'm going to be training in the back warehouse to
I've got
operate the forklift.
too much good going on right now.
Yeah, right. I
to advertise
understand.
any of this.
But she'd be popular on the floor, but I think less work would get done. He is Kevin Williamson, Wheaton Christian / Wheaton Academy's finest. President, CEO of RJW Group. Kevin, thanks so much for joining us. Congratulations on your success, and we appreciate you hosting us.
Appreciate it.
Andy, thank you.